Hello, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the WTC Final Predictions. So, the WTC Final will be held on June 11th at Lord's Cricket Ground. So, in this video, I'm gonna be analyzing both the teams' squads, and at the end of the video, I'm gonna give a prediction. So, to start off, I'm just gonna quickly list down the squads that have been released. So, the South African squad is Tony De Zorzi, Ryan Rickleton, Aiden Markram, Temba Bavuma, David Beddingham, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Tristan Stubbs, Kyle Varian, hope pronouncing it right, Wian Mulder, Marco Janssen, Corbin Bosch, Kagiso Rabada, Lungi Nigidi, Dane Patterson, Keshav Maharaj, Senoran Mutuswamy. And the Australian squad is Usman Khawaja, Sam Constas, Manas Labuschagne, Steve Smith, Travis Head, Alex Carey, Josh Inglis, Cameron Green, Bew Webster, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Stark, Josh Hazelwood, Scott Boland, Nathan Lyon, Matt Kunneman, and the travelling reservist Brendan Doggett. So to get into the both of these teams' forms right now, Australia has just come off a win versus India, a border Gavaskar win versus India, and South Africa has been in good form, but they've not faced like very hard teams. They faced very easy teams, and I don't think they should have gotten into this final. I think the whole ICC thing of the win percentage thing is BS, and I think that some other team should have come. I think it should be based on points. So to get into this, what I'm saying is, I'll just try to predict, and I hope you like this video. So to start, you'll be asking, where is my special guest? He's not here today. Um, I don't know why he's not here. He's having a bit of work right now, so he's not here. To get into South Africa's um, Test series, they they just played in Pakistan and South Africa Test series, and South Africa won 2-0. They faced Sri Lanka 2-0 again, and they faced Bangladesh. So it's not been quite impressive victories over these last three Test series. I don't think they've been really tested against a good team since uh, they drew the Freedom Trophy. They lost badly against New Zealand 2-0 in the Taggy Y Shield, South Africa versus New Zealand. This has been quite a bad competition for South Africa. I think that they have not been tested at all. They have not been tested at all, and and the batting lineup might crumble against a great team like Australia, which has faced very hard people like India. They completely destroyed India. I think that was a great series win. I think they just executed everything perfectly, and that was just disappointing for us fans here. And just after the Border Gavaskar Trophy, they had the Murite Laiteran Trophy. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry, guys. Where they faced Sri Lanka and they easily won 2-0. Sri Lanka is still a developing team. Before the Border Gavaskar Trophy, they had a bit of a gap and they faced New Zealand, which they easily won 2-0. And then they drew against West Indies before that, and then they uh, won against Pakistan 3-0. So I mean, they have they've had good opponents, and I think their batting lineups well, their bowling lineups well. So just to get into the stats here, we're going to start off by talking about Usman Khawaja and what he's been doing against different teams. So Usman Khawaja, as you know everyone, he has scored 5930 runs in 144 test innings with an average of 45 and 16 hundreds and 27 fifties. Yeah. So versus South Africa, he has versus South Africa, not in South Africa, versus South Africa. In 20 innings, he scored 765 runs with a high score of 195, an average of 40, and he's had 200s and 550s against South Africa. He's been pretty okay against South Africa, not like comparable to his other ones, his other stats, but he's been pretty okay, and it he might cause South Africa some challenges. In England, he has an average of 31.4. He's played 24 innings in England, average of 31.404. He scored 745 runs, which is quite disappointing for a player of his standards. He's only got in 104 50s there, which is quite disappointing. In England, he's not that good against England. So I think that they uh, they should try to take away that in him. He's quite bad in England. I don't know why he's so bad against England. So we know he'll come out to open. He's a good player, but I think they should just try to get him out quickly, and then you can start getting into the middle order. Okay, okay. Now we'll be talking about. So talking about Usman Khawaja's struggles, he really struggles against pacers like Stuart Broad, Jasprit Bumrah, Chris Wokes, Mohammad Siraj and Kagiso Rabada will is going to try to take his wicket. So going into the next opener for Australia is Sam Constas. So Sam Constas is a great player. I remember he hit Bumrah on that in the Border Gavaskar Trophy, and I think he might perform well in this series. So he's played four Test innings, has 113 runs, 20 with an average of 28 and 150. I'm not gonna judge him by these stats. So we see that he's a great player and all. Just that I think he'll perform well against players versus. He's not faced South Africa yet. He's not faced South Africa yet anywhere. So it'll be hard for him to get used to this. I think I think he doesn't have enough experience in this series, but I still think he can perform well. So in England, he's had four innings, 134 runs, average of 44.66 and 150. It'll be good for him. Away also same numbers. So I think he's not had enough experience. We barely have anything on him. So going to the next player, which is sorry, forgot to talk about first class average. In first class, he has had batted 30 innings, 1012 runs, an average of 34.8. I think that's quite average. I think they shouldn't have selected him for this big series, but okay, fine. I'm not a selector. Okay. Next player which we'll be talking about is Marnus Labuschagne. Now everybody knows Marnus Labuschagne. What a great player he is, right? So he'll be coming in at number 3, I think, uh, against South Africa. Let me just check out his stats. Yeah, so I think he's a really great player, and he has the ability to trouble South Africa in this series. So, in tests, he's batted 102 innings, scored 4,396 runs, average of 46.76, has a strike rate of 51 with 11 hundreds and 23 fifties. He's been quite good. So he's a right-hander batter who's gonna come in at number 3. Just saying. Versus South Africa, he's batted in 4 innings, very less he's batted in. He scored 109 runs with a high score of 79 and an average of 36. He's not batted enough innings against South Africa to be like kind of negligible what the stats I'm telling. But in England, he has scored 748 runs with an average of 39.36, 100 and 550s. I think he performs okay in England. Not that good, not that bad. So, minus Labuschagne, they'll want him. He performs much better in the first innings, not in the second inning. The first innings, he scored 3,000 runs in 56 innings, and in the second innings, he has 46 with 1,393 runs and an average of just 36. So, I think South Africa will want to bowl first if they win the toss, because he performs much more horribly in the second innings of a match. And in the fourth innings of a match, he has an average of just 27.54. So that's going to be a good thing that South Africa has to watch out for. Okay, so the next player I'll be talking about is Steve Smith, Travis Head. I don't need to talk about them much. I don't think I need to talk about anybody more much. I think I've discussed everything about the main players which is needed. Everybody else knows. Okay, the thing that they want to do on this pitch is they want to they want to put pressure on Usman and Sam Constas and get them out quickly. Okay, so they'll want to go in with the seam bowlers, Mr. Pat Cummins, Josh Hazelwood, and Mitchell Stark, and Scott Boland. The Lord's, as we know, the Lord's pitch is slightly grassy and it supports players. The surface wears a green look with an abundant grass cover on it, and from the early signs, it looks like the rod pitch will assist the seamers. So that's the pitch report I just read. I think, uh, I think people will like to bowl first on this pitch, just because it supports your seam bowlers, and you're gonna get a bit of swing on this pitch. I don't know. Let me just check if it's a sportsman. Wait 1 second. So, how just looked at it, and spinners aren't entirely out of the game at Laws. In recent years, there have been instances where spinners have made specific impacts. So the effectiveness of spin on Lords often depends on the specific match conditions, such as the weather and the pitch wear of the course of the game. In the hot and dry conditions, the pitch can deteriorate, offering more turn and bounce for the spinners. Conversely, in typical English weather with overcast skies and moisture, seamers usually have the upper hand. While Lords isn't usually a spinner's paradise, it might just not give them a lot on the pitch. So, what's my prediction for this series? My prediction is that Australia will win, and I think they'll win by an innings. I think they'll win bigly because just because South African team has not been tested. See you in the next video. Bye.